You know what's going on. Listen, bro, at the end of the day, if you're not practicing retention for at least 5 to 7 years, listen, child support and alimony is your best friend. I repeat, if you're not retaining for 5 to 7 years straight to 10 years straight until you become a multi-millionaire, if you're not retaining before you're a multi-millionaire, listen, at the end of the day, I just gotta let you know you're a dickhead. You're gonna get on child support. Listen, child support was created for dickheads. Every guy who can't control their lust, they're gonna smash and end up on child support. Keep not controlling your lust. You're gonna pay for it. This is America. You're gonna pay for it. At the end of the day, you're not gonna be able to get the penthouse. You're not gonna be able to get a gated community mansion because you're a dickhead. Like, once you're a dickhead, nobody wants you around them. Your friends are fake. They love to tell you to chase women. As soon as you catch an SA case, listen, they're gonna stay away from you. The reason they're gonna stay away from you and not bring you around anymore is because you're a dickhead. Everybody is trying to play you out of position as a man in America so you can become a dickhead. Once you can become a dickhead, they can now laugh at you. They have something to laugh at you about. At the end of the day, if nobody has anything to laugh at you about, they're gonna make sure and try their hardest for you to become a dickhead. At the end of the day, listen, if you want to smash a woman right now and you guys are not married, you're a dickhead. That's called thinking with your dick. You're thinking with the lower head. You're not thinking with this head. You don't like her with this head. You like her with the lower head. You're a dickhead. At the end of the day, listen, majority of people in this lifetime, majority of guys you come across are dickheads. They're 125% dickhead. So at the end of the day, I'm teaching men how to stay 10 toes down. Because when you roll solo dolo, you don't have to have the same type of mindset as other dickheads. Listen, like attracts like. These guys are not retaining their seed for 7 to 10 years, preparing for multi-millions. So with that being said, they're dickheads. So we're going to stay our best. We're going to try our hardest to stay away from dickheads. Listen, we limit conversations with dickheads. We don't talk too much around dickheads. At the end of the day, it's just what's going on. Listen, besides manners, these guys are dickheads. Listen, at the end of the day, these guys have children in a first world country called America. They don't have multi-millions. They don't have the Rolls Royce. Their son or daughter has never rode in a Rolls Royce before because the father is a dickhead. If the father wasn't a dickhead, their whole generation would have had a nice generational run. To all the guys out there who are not dickheads, you're going to have the best generational run there is possible. But majority of men are dickheads, so you cannot listen to other people's opinion about your retaining journey. Listen, it's going to be so many people, even your family, your cousins might come around you or might want to text you and say, hey, we got some little, let's link up with them. At the end of the day, cut your cousin off. Cut your family members off that are dickheads. At the end of the day, if they had children before the multi-millions in America, they're dickheads. At the end of the day, listen, they got dickheaded results, so they ended up on child support or alimony, got to give away half of their assets. They have divorces because they're dickheads. If they weren't dickheads, they weren't getting divorces because they would get they would get the right woman, the right wife that's actually a wife. But that only comes from a guy who is not a dickhead. A dickhead will never find a wife. I hope you guys know that. As long as you guys are controlled by lust, you'll never find a wife. You'll always go after the woman you think is a wife, but you lust after her, so that's not your wife. Listen, at the end of the day, if you don't have a wife, why are you trying to smash something? I could see if you got a wife and you want to smash something, okay, cool. But do you got the multi-millions? If you got the multi-millions and you got a wife, listen, have at it. That's your wife. That's not lust. Listen, I believe you can go crazy for your wife, but these dudes are not married. They just want to smash. Listen, in 2025, dudes don't even believe in marriage in America. They don't even believe in a marriage in America. So with that being said, if people don't believe in marriage in America, if you want to smash, if you want sex, if you want that type of loving, guess what? You're a dickhead. That's not love. That's lust. Listen, in America, see, hookup culture taught men that sex means love. This is why dickheads always get dickhead results and end up on child support or alimony or a divorce. If you got a divorce, it's because you're a dickhead. You thought she was the right one, but she got popped before. At the end of the day, if she's not a virgin and you want her, you're a dickhead. At the end of the day, if she's not a virgin, listen, run up the multi-millions, invest $100K in her business, buy her a Mercedes-Benz truck, and leave her alone. Because at the end of the day, you dudes are dickheads. If you're not doing that, if you're not putting a woman on like a real boss, putting her on to money, listen, you want the coochie, you want the cat, you're a dickhead. You want some sloppy toppy, you want the 3,000, you're a dickhead. Listen, it's not going to work out. You're going to get dickhead results. And when you end up on child support, don't say I didn't tell you so, because you're a dickhead. Listen, semen retention game, you know what's going on. Listen, bro.